Hey, it is time for Tech Tuesday, and big changes for drone operators here in the U.S. as the FAA adopts some new policies.
Plus, Amazon has some game-changing updates to its Echo devices, including a new name for Alexa. We welcome back our tech expert, Greg Nibbler, to break down all those headlines and more. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, and definitely some interesting updates going on. So for the Echo devices, Amazon's been making some changes steadily over the last couple of months, but now we have a new wake word and a new voice, which is the first time that we're getting that. So previously, of course, I don't want to say everybody's device is off, so I'll say the AL word. You have that one. Everybody knows that. You also had, in case people didn't know, you could change it to Amazon, Echo, or computer to have that wake word. But now the new word is Ziggy. So why Ziggy? That is a big question everybody wants to know, whether it's a reference to Ziggy Stardust. There is the possibility maybe from Quantum Leap, apparently, the computer in that was called Ziggy. So whatever reason it is, Ziggy is the new word that you can change your device to react to wake to. So you can go into your settings, drop down, and change it from there. But it also has a new voice, and the voice is, as they said, just a more masculine sounding voice, I guess, for it. And that's what they've got for you now. So you can go and actually say it right now to your device and just say, hey, change your voice, and the voice will switch to the new one. See if you like it. But yeah, definitely some updates to the Echo devices.
Oh, interesting. But you can stay with Alexa and with that voice if that's what you like.
Yep, and you can also change the voice and still use Alexa.
Okay, I just wish it understood my voice more. They need an update on that because Alexa does not want to listen.
Just to be able to speak to you.
Exactly. Okay, well, the FAA, apparently they're going to be requiring some drone pilots to take additional steps if they're recreational drone pilots. What's that all about?
Yeah, this is something that everybody who has a drone out there should be aware of this. So some updates that have been a long time coming. They passed it in 2018, but it's just going into effect of this last month. And really, they just want to raise awareness. So if you have a drone that is over 0.55 pounds, which is most drones, unless you have a really tiny one, you're now required to register that drone with the FAA. So I would just go Google FAA Drone Zone. It'll pop up to the site to do it. You register it, and part of that requirement is that you need to put that number that they give you on the side of your drone, whether with a piece of tape or write it in ink, whatever you got to do. You will technically be required to do that as of right now. So that's just to be aware of that for your drone. Not that they're going to go out there and fine everybody right now, but they want people to know that. The other part of it is that you now have to pass a test, and it's called the Trust Test. And I cannot remember what that acronym stands for, but what it means is you go there and you take this test. It's very easy. It takes about 10-15 minutes, and it's just really educational. At the end of it, they'll give you a digital certificate saying you passed the test. And technically, also with this, you're required to either have a printed version of that or even a copy in your phone when you're out using your drone, and you should have that at all times. Now, again, not going to fine you. Technically, they could fine you up to $1,000, I think, if you don't have that. They're not going to be doing that. They're not sending out people to kind of monitor this right now, but just to be aware in the future, they may very well be doing that. And if you get in some trouble with your drone, you crash it in the wrong spot, that's when they're really going to be looking for that thing. So I would say just go do it. Just register your drone, pass the quick little test, follow those guidelines. But it's going to be more and more of that kind of stuff happening over the next couple of years with more regulations that they're going to be rolling out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, with more and more people getting drones.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to make sure they know what they're doing with them.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. There's a lot of regulations that people should be aware of, especially about where to fly them. Don't do it near an airport.
Definitely, and don't do it outside my window because my neighbors did that one time,
Oh,
and it
creepy.
really freaked me out. Yeah.
That would be,
Yeah,
don't.
just a little unsettling. Hey, interesting tech news out of the MLB. Baseball is testing this new tech for some ways to avoid sign stealing.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, I think after the whole Astros thing, and we don't have to go to that a few years ago, people are very upset about sign stealing, and understandably so. So this is something Major League Baseball is testing out in the minor leagues, and it involves bone conductive technology. I want to explain what that is just really quick. So it's a form of audio headphones, and they've been around for a while, and you put them on kind of like a normal headband headphones, but they don't go in your ears. They're actually just two pads that touch the side of your temple, and they vibrate your bones to go into your inner ear, and that's how you hear what it's playing. So nobody outside of that can hear it. There's no real speakers. It's really kind of cool technology. Once you try it, it feels weird at first, but that's what they're using for this. So they're going to have the pitcher and the catcher will both have a set of those on in their hats and their helmets respectively. And then the catcher is going to have this little device on his wrist, that essentially you've got like 9 different buttons that they can press that will signify what kind of pitch the pitcher should throw. So, whatever it is, the combination is curveball, up or left. The pitcher will hear it through the bone conductive tech, and then that's how they'll do that. It's all encrypted, so nobody can see it. There's no hand signals out there for somebody to steal. They think that this may be a way to get around it.
Interesting.
That
But
is
sometimes
interesting.
watching the little hand signals are kind of
That's fun,
you know?
Right? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's just going to be a guy doing this. So.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting stuff. Greg, thanks for joining us. Always good to chat with you. We'll see you next week.